Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. I know what you guys are thinking. What in the name of the coding gods is going on? 3 videos in a row. Oh my gosh. What can I say, guys? I'm actually motivated. But no, seriously, today I just simply wanted to talk about, do you need expensive equipment to start learning how to code? Or just to code in general? The simple answer is no. You do not need an expensive laptop. You do not need an expensive keyboard. You do not need expensive monitors. I know that, you go on Instagram and you start following all these people on there, and they show you their setups, and they have 3 monitors or 2 monitors and a MacBook Pro or whatever the case may be. And everybody gets it in their head, oh my god, I need to go buy this stuff to be able to code and to be good. And no, you don't. You honestly don't. I have picked up hundreds, and I'm not even exaggerating. I have picked up hundreds of software developers. And most of them have 5-year-old MacBooks, MacBook Pros, whatever, or Lenovo laptops that are my laptop itself is 4 years old, 5 years old. I can't remember exactly, but it's up there with age. How do I know? Because it takes a while for it to start up. That's how I know. That's how you know a computer is getting old, because it takes a while for it to start up. But that can be easily fixed. I just do a hard reset on my computer, erase whatever's on there, and the computer's like brand new again. The only difference is that obviously the only thing that doesn't reset is the battery life. But other than that, I mean, the computer itself just... So, do you need it? No, you don't. You can easily go on Facebook Marketplace. Go find yourself a nice 4-year-old MacBook or whatever laptop you of preference you have. You can find like a $200 laptop on probably less than that on the Facebook Marketplace. $200. You buy yourself a 250 gig solid state drive, because if it doesn't come with a solid state drive, that would help it out. And the 250 gig solid state drive, you could probably find it for $50-$60. If the RAM is upgradable, go buy yourself some RAM, add an extra 4 gigs, and then boom, you have a 250 gig SSD with 6 gigs of RAM laptop. Yeah, are you gonna have the resolution of a new one? Absolutely not. But you don't need resolution when it comes to coding. You should more than likely you're gonna be using dark mode. So no, you do not need a good screen. But there you go. $380 laptop, probably less than that. I'm just throwing some numbers out there, but you can easily, like my laptop when I bought it brand new, it was like $1,300. It was pretty expensive. It came with the Core i7, came with the 250 gig SSD, 8 gigs RAM, and a 4K screen. Did I need all that? No, I absolutely did not need all that at all. But I do enjoy the laptop. I watch some 4K videos on there. Rarely, but I do. It's also good for when, I try to do some other stuff that's, needs some high resolution. But other than that, no, absolutely not. I do not need that much to code. Because you guys got to understand that when you're coding, 90% of the time, if you work for a company, you're not making a full program. You're not making a full app on your own. You're doing sections of the coding. So you don't need a lot of memory, a lot of storage, none of that. And a lot of times the the company itself gives you a laptop to code on. But to learn how to code, no, you don't, because what you want to do is you want to practice, and then if you're practicing, you're probably doing it online, like at freecodecamp.org or Coursera or Codecademy, and you're using their servers. You're not using your physical laptop. You're using your physical laptop, but you're not like storing anything on your laptop. You're using their servers or whatever. You're learning on their stuff. It's when you download your own IDEs and all that stuff to where you start coding on your laptop where, yeah, you start using up some memory. But a lot of those, unless you're using Android Studio, Android Studio does use up a lot of stuff. But unless you're creating apps, then no, you don't need a $900 laptop. Even if you're doing Android Studio, all you need to do is probably get yourself a nice used gaming laptop that you could probably pick up for $300-400. Clean it up, update whatever you need to update, and boom, there you go. Or even at that, just get yourself one of those fan stands, the one that have the fans on the bottom, and you can sit your laptop on top, and boom, there you go. So no, you don't need something extremely expensive to start learning how to code. Yes, I understand that a lot of people have expensive stuff, but those are people that are already, in the job market. They're already working with somebody or creating their own apps or whatever they're doing. And would you eventually need a couple monitors? More than likely, yeah, because on one monitor you want to have your code open, and another monitor you want to have whatever you're coding shown on the other side, and maybe use your laptop as a third monitor. But you don't need anything ridiculous. And all you guys are thinking like, oh, what about Linux? You got on older laptops, you can probably install Linux a lot easier than a newer laptop. Like on my laptop, I tried installing Linux. It did not go well, let me tell you. There was so much stuff going on with it. Like the drivers wouldn't match up, and the monitor kept glitching out, and it just got ridiculous. But I'm running a virtual machine off of there. I'm running Linux, and it works fine. So you have all these options when it comes to it. So don't let not having a good laptop stop you from learning how to code, because all you're doing is just kind of mentally telling yourself like, no, I need a $2,000 laptop. How am I going to save for that? If you have a laptop right now and it's upgradable, spend $80, on a new hard drive and some upgradable RAM, and you're set. That's it. That's all you need. You don't need a 4K monitor. You don't need a 1080p monitor. If you have a nice little laptop with a 720p or whatever you have, it's just code. You don't need to see 4K code to be good. You just need to make sure that you're coding. That's it. Now, when it comes to like graphic design and stuff like that, that might be a different story, because again, this channel is about everything, not just software development. It's about the whole computer science, community. Now, if you're doing like graphic design or some hardcore editing photos and videos, completely different story. But at the same time, you can learn on a basic laptop. You don't need something ridiculous. But it'll take you a little bit longer? Absolutely, yes. It will take you a little bit longer. And I actually have a interview set up with my brother. He's a graphic designer, and I told him like, hey, can you come and so you can talk about a little bit what you need to become a graphic designer and stuff like that. So that's coming soon. Hopefully that will be the next video, if I can get a hold of if I can go to his house this week. But yeah, when it comes to like graphic design or something where you need a lot of memory, then yeah, that's a little bit different story. But for that, you obviously, yes, you can use a laptop, but for that, a lot of times they just you can use a desktop that you can probably pick up for like $600-700 and just upgrade the RAM and you'll be set. Even the video card and all that. But for coding, again, just go to Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist and find something decent. Don't be careful too. You don't want to buy something that's broken or that the batteries are about to explode or that it doesn't have a legit version of Windows installed or anything like that. Just go, make sure you check it over. Nice $200-300 laptop that from new was like $1,000 or $800, and boom. Another good option is Chromebooks. As you guys remember, I was using a Chromebook a little bit last year, and it worked well. It really did. The reason why I'm not using it now is not because I didn't like it. It's because I just didn't need it. My laptop was working fine. I thought like, oh, maybe I need a new laptop. My laptop was working fine. It worked well, and I just simply didn't need another laptop. Now the Chromebook that I got, it's about $500, but I got it on sale for like $250 or $300, and it worked well. Now, and that's another good thing because in Chromebooks they have this thing where they have like it comes with like a Linux virtual machine already installed. So that's where I was doing my coding. I had installed a Visual Studio Code on the Chromebook. I had installed all the npm, the Node.js, all that. So I had installed it on there through the Linux terminal, and you can enable that in the Chromebook settings. You can enable the Linux machine, and that's a good option for you guys who prefer Linux or want to learn Linux. That's a really good option. Now, when it comes to dual booting a Chromebook, I have absolutely no clue, to be honest with you. Can you install VMware on there? Again, I have no clue, but I know that already comes with Linux pre-installed on there, and you can work with that in its own virtual stage in what already comes in the Chromebook. So that's another good option. Just make sure, when you go buy it, ask them, does this come with the Linux terminal option? And they'll probably, if they know anything about computers, they'll let you know yes or no. And if they're like, oh, well, I have no clue, I don't know, then she's like, do you know who might know? You know what I mean? Or you can just Google and see which machines come with that, because I know some older generation Chromebooks do not come with that. So be careful. And Chromebooks are dirt cheap, guys. I mean, you can literally pick up a Chromebook for like $100 or $50, up to $500, and then you have the the Google Books, which are like $1,000 option, which I wouldn't do that, just because you don't need something that expensive again to learn how to code. And then again, it's a Chromebook, so it's internet based, so you can go on there and still do your free Codecamp or Coursera, Codecademy, whatever you're learning on, and then you would also have the Linux machine on the side. So there you guys go. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys out who are thinking like, oh, I need a $2,000 little MacBook Pro with the freaking the little tab that no, you don't. You just need to have the motivation to learn how to code, a laptop or a used desktop, and then just start. If it's too slow, hard reset your laptop and start from all over again, or just upgrade some storage and some RAM and go at it. I hope this video helps some of you guys out there. Stay motivated, guys. Keep coding, keep networking, do your network, do your graphic design, keep all that up. It eventually pays off. I actually have an interview. I had an interview. I was supposed to have an interview this morning, but they kind of flaked, and I emailed them and I told them what's going on. They apologized, so they scheduled me for tonight. So let's see how that goes. But yeah, I got an interview, and then I have to send my resume to another guy. So I am getting hits, guys. So yeah, I just thought I'd let you know. Maybe motivate some of you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like button. You know, that'll help me out a lot. Thank you so much for all the new subscribers. There's only a couple of you, but hey, 2, 3 is better than nothing, right? Thank you to all the new subscribers. And please, you know, if you're new watching my videos, please subscribe. I talk about coding. I talk about in the IT field, the computer science in general, graphic design, and all that stuff. And I'm gonna try to get some more guests on here, guys. But it's really hard. But yeah, so please hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys on the next one.